Red Dead. Red Dead. Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Red Dead. Hey everyone.
Doesn't know how to chant.
No, I don't think any of us actually got that right.
No.
We promised it. We deliver. We're the Pixel Chicken Podcast. God damn it. Last week we promised a hour and a half long chant. So this episode's just going to be us chanting Red Dead until the fucking gods deliver it to us. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very excellent. Well, here we are, guys. It's post-Thanksgiving. We all had home-cooked meals from our loving families. Isn't that right, Phil?
Yeah. No, we went to Hometown Buffet.
Wait, what did you say?
So we went to Hometown Buffet.
Buffet?
Buffet. Meant to say buffet.
You just said...
Did you really just say buffet?
Oh,
You
for
said-
fuck's sake. I called it what I want to fucking call it.
You said buffet twice. You know it's not that. Why would you... You can't just call...
I don't know.
I called it what I wanted to call it.
What are you, a hillbilly?
Buffet. Fine. I don't know.
You just said it right when we were talking about it 5 minutes ago.
You
and
knew
now all of a
it.
sudden
You knew it was right. The thing is, because I didn't even have
kind
to.
of slipped out. Look, just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Oh, good God! Well, how was it, Phil? How was Hometown Buffet?
I had fish. I had roast beef. I had turkey. I had green beans. I had their pizza, which is really their pizza was shitty, but everything else was really great.
They had pizza out on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they did. They had a lot of shit out on Thanksgiving. They had everything.
What's the most outlandish thing they had?
Probably the pizza.
Did they have tacos?
I think they had tacos too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should have had a taco. They probably would have been great.
No, I was full.
Phil, how many plates did you have?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4, including
But there wasn't
dessert,
much on There wasn't very much on each of them. No.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I like anything about this story. But
because I ate.
Okay. No. that you went to the.
We wanted you to go hungry. That's what we were really banking on for Thanksgiving.
You went to hometown for Thanksgiving, but then you didn't even fucking murder yourself.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well that's your
I was
choice.
satisfied. Yeah.
Striker, how was your Thanksgiving?
Mine was good. The whole family was together, including Aaron's family. It was nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
How many people was that? Like fucking 20?
39.
That is insane.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's fucking crazy. It was us, and then my grandma, and then Aaron's mom and stepdad.
Where did you host it?
This was at my mom's.
Oh, okay. And everyone was copacetic?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was one brawl.
Okay.
Between...
And that's when Crush Fuck showed up.
Yeah, between
and
Crush Fuck and my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, they got into
I'm
a
assuming
fist fight.
Ma Dukes came out victorious.
Yeah, she took the wooden spoon out and just wailed on his ass.
Ooh, that's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah, he went home
that.
after that, and
he's out of commission again.
His pride was hurt more than anything.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. Well, I went to Hometown Buffet, so...
Yeah, you went to Izzy's at least. At least tell me you went to Izzy's.
Oh, I went to both, actually.
Oh, nice. You made the
rounds.
Buffet tour.
And I went to a CC's Pizza and the Golden Corral as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, then I went to Sherry's to top it up.
Bathed in a fountain of fondue.
It was gravy. Yeah. Yeah, it was a mess.
Nice.
Anyways, it was fun. Woo! So here we are, post Thanksgiving, Black
Our
Friday.
Our bellies are full.
Did any
and
of you?
Our minds are empty.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
That's pretty much true. I don't have anything to talk about, so I'm just gonna be the hype man this week.
Well,
cool, man.
Phillip, shut the fuck up! I'm monologuing. Did anyone go out? Did anyone go out?
Ask the fucking question.
Fuck you, Phillip.
Fuck
You said
off, Phil. Why are you
friggin-
being so irritable, man?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Ever since you said buffet, you've been really rude to us.
Well, let's
Yeah.
get to it, man.
Jesus, hold on. We're not in a fucking hurry. You need to go to Ferguson?
Shut the fuck up.
And
It's an
stop
inside
the
joke,
fucking
people.
riots or something? Anyways, did anyone go and do any Black Friday shopping?
I did some Black Friday shopping, but I didn't
Striker,
really say
you
anything.
did?
Yeah, I'm not very proud of it, but yeah, this is the second year in a row that the night of Thanksgiving, when Aaron and I were leaving,
Yeah.
that we went to Walmart and grabbed a bunch of cheap movies. That's the extent of it, though.
I think
But
I think I
I
remember
should've
you
done
did that
that.
last night.
check it out, though. I got
Yeah.
Infamous Second Son for $25.
Oh, yeah? Fucking sweet, man.
$25. I've been
That's
wanting to see him for a while.
It's a good ass deal. That's a good game.
Deal.
Fuck, why
Did
did
you
I
play-
need to go to Walmart? I went and got my sister her present last night.
What'd you get
And
her?
Oh, what'd you get her?
I can't. She'll fucking hear this.
She won't. I'll edit it out.
Okay, I got her. That's all she wants.
Not editing that out.
Nope.
Fuck you.
That's the very last thing that I'll possibly edit out.
You better.
No, I'm not. I have all the power here.
Fucking asshole.
I'm fucking Skeletor. Sorry.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Love Skeletor.
Yeah. Now I want to go to Walmart and just start buying shit.
Are they?
Well,
s-
do that. I got it from.
Maybe Skin and Bones there.
Yeah, it's probably
They're
there's
gonna have
probably
his
nothing.
All they're gonna have is The Hobbit on DVD now.
That's rough.
Yeah.
It's a barren wasteland. I did not go out. I thought about it, but I wasn't gonna buy anything. I would more just go out to see the madness, but I don't feel like we live in a hot spot for actual madness. So I decided to wake up at 5 anyways and just play Grand Theft Auto.
Sweet.
wanna
You
know
know
what's
what? You know
weird?
what I did do? You know
What?
what I did do? I looked on the internet last night.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Black Friday. Let me see if Barnes and Noble's open. It said it was open today.
Mhm.
Said open today, and I drive all the way up to Valley River, and it's fucking closed.
Yeah, you should have broke in.
Should have broken, yeah. But anyway, I was super pissed.
You're one of
feel
the
like-
last patrons of Barnes and Noble.
It's a good fucking store, dude.
I gotta be honest. I have
I
to
wanted
call
to stay
into
open.
question whether they said they were open on the website.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't
it said
know about-
open
I don't-
today. It said open today, 10
When did you
Eight.
check it?
yesterday.
So it said open today, 10 a.m.
No, open today, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Because if you checked it yesterday and it said open today, 9 a.m., that would ostensibly mean it was open yesterday. Did you check the slot that
Look,
said
I-
tomorrow?
I did. I fucked it up. But anyway,
So they were not open. You did not get any comics.
no.
You left a shit stain roughly 6 feet across their sidewalk.
Yes.
Huh, interesting.
You know the funny thing about going to Walmart at that time is they open at what, like 2 p.m. now on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, yeah.
Shitty.
Yeah.
But there's by that time at night, it was like close to 9. There's like nobody fucking there.
Really?
It's like a normal day at Walmart. It's
So
sweaty and smelly because people
there's condensation everywhere.
yeah, people are just wet.
Yeah. That's
But-
ugh. So I am. My brother purchased a 60-inch TV.
Nice.
So I am
Is it
going.
a 60-inch Element brand TV?
Yeah,
$25.
it's a Westinghouse.
Oh,
He got it. No, it's a Samsung,
nice.
and I am going to purchase his 55-inch for $150, and probably sell mine for some amount of money so I can recoup the loss. But I'll get a nice like five extra inches, which I feel is at least worth the $100 that I'm probably going to end up losing for it. So that'll be pretty neat. So that's my Black Friday shopping.
Nice.
Did not buy a Wii U.
Damn.
So I've been on a feverish search for a Wii U, and there's I really want one, but I'm worried that if I purchase one, that I'm not going to have the money to give graciously this Christmas season. So I've been looking for just a fucking smoking deal, and that was, mind you, that was a amazing deal. It was a Wii U, Smash Brothers, Super Mario World U, and
Donkey Kong Country and Nintendo Land.
Tropical Freeze. So yeah, 4 games. That being said, it was a fantastic deal. That being said, it was still like $370, and at that point.
No. It was $359.
Oh, was it? Oh, fuck. Is it still I better head out there. I gotta go, guys. Run the show.
There he goes.
That was me running away. Did that sound authentic?
No.
Yeah, the last part sounded more like I don't know what that sounded like.
I'm not good with mouth sounds. I should have just gone.
You should have let me do it. I could have taken the reins.
You're very good at it. You're possibly the best out of all 3 of us. Hit me with the sound you would have given me.
For you walking away?
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. I guess my is more like a fucking ant scurrying across the table. That was me.
Final Fantasy VI.
That was the sound of my knees bending backwards and me getting on all fours and galloping.
You crab walking quickly into a hole in the wall.
And coming out of a vent in Walmart.
Just scurrying down the wall at Walmart.
That's terrifying.
That is.
I hate
it. Really
that.
bothers me.
I hate
deeply.
that so much. Oh man. Well, I guess that's all the. Yeah, that's festive talk. That's the festive talk 15. So. God, have we played any video games collectively, as a unit, as a group, as a team?
I have, and I've also tried something new that I wanted to touch on.
Kintaro.
Very cool.
Kintaro. Nice pull.
What? Yeah. Tell me what's this new thing?
So check it out.
What's it all about?
So I don't know if you guys saw that it was available, but the Guilty Gear XRD.
Sweet.
Yeah, the demo.
Sweet. The fucking that game looks so nice.
God, it looks actually playing it. I realized that the videos did nothing to show off how beautiful that game is.
Really?
It's incredible. I can't even fucking believe it.
I've heard like playing it is actually like, how are they doing this?
Yes, it really is. I mean, it's just.
So it is 2D, correct?
I would say it's like 2.5 because it's like Street Fighter 4 in that way.
Okay.
But it's more it looks hand drawn. But there are a few parts in the game. There's like a what's called like a dust attack. Mm-hmm. You press the trigger and it goes into, he does like an uppercut where like the character will uppercut the other one into the air really high. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, it's like kind of the camera pans around and goes like looking upwards and actually goes into a more of a 3D perspective. But it only happens at key times. When you hit the final blow to finish off your opponent, it does the same thing. It kind of pans behind you and goes into a more of a 3D perspective. But other than that, you would never know, honestly, because it's so well animated and put together. And I don't know if they do like hand-drawn graphics on top of the 3D models, but they do it wonderfully well.
No, this is a Dynasty Warriors game, right?
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors, Guilty Gear, XRD, Alpha Plus, Calamity Trigger.
Ooh. Pulled in a lot.
What console do you plan on getting it for?
Whoa! Back up. Are you getting it? Do you like the demo?
I thought the demo was amazing. And
what do you think of Soul Bad Guy?
I think he's a badass. He's always been a badass man.
Yeah, okay, I guess so. I just like his name.
Yeah, he's got a sweet name. But I was honestly, as much
so
as
tell me about the fighting system. What is it?
Yeah.
What's it like?
I'll hit you with it.
Okay.
But let me just first say, I've never been, as much as I like fighting games in general, especially 2D fighting games, and I love all fighting games for the most part. I've played most of them. Mm-hmm. I was never a big Guilty Gear fan, not for any other reason than I just didn't play much Guilty Gear. And it was just one of those titles that eluded me. And much like King of Fighters up until recent years, I just never got around to playing it. And so, I mean, I knew of it, and I know.
Where's it come from?
It comes from it's
Guys who do
art.
Blaze Blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, they I guess it's kind of a weird story because they lost the rights to Guilty Gear or something like that. That's why they made Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
And which was supposed to be like a spiritual successor, and then they got the rights back, and that's why they decided to make another Guilty Gear. But it plays pretty similar to Blaze Blue. I mean, if you've played that game, then you can kind of figure things out. It's got some similar systems. It's pretty in depth though. It's got a lot of weird little.
Is it like combo based or?
Yeah, it's combo based, and it's got like juggling and stuff. I would say it's pretty fast paced.
Yeah.
It's not quite as fast paced as like the Marvel vs. Capcom series, but it's kind of similar to that, where there's a lot of air combos and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in between that.
You weren't kidding.
Yeah, when it's kind of in between that
looks
and
great.
Like another Street Fighter or something like that.
It looks fucking phenomenal. Like,
It's got a super in-depth tutorial just in the demo.
Yeah. What is this demo out? PS4?
As far as I know, it's PS4 and Xbox One.
Okay.
That I'm not positive about.
Yeah.
I played it on PS4.
Yeah.
And I like it well enough to where when it comes out, I think it comes out in January, I will probably be picking it up because I've been waiting for like the first true current gen fighting game to come out. So I'm excited for it. And after playing it, I'm even more excited. It's just,
You didn't really care for the Blaze Blue games, did you?
I liked the Blaze Blue games enough. I just really didn't like the aesthetic and the character design all that much. It just didn't grab me. And I know that sounds kind of weird for a fighting game.
Did it feel uninspired or cliche or?
I wouldn't say uninspired. It just wasn't something that I was too interested in. And I know a lot of people like it for that reason.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It feels more like a traditional. Like when I see the characters and stuff in Blaze Blue, they just feel like I don't know. It's hard to explain. They just feel like a traditional anime that's really weird and out there, and in a lot of ways, a lot of fighting games are. But you know, they're kind of more, I guess, a little bit more basic. And
now, what about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle?
Man, I don't know. I haven't really. I guess I did try it.
Did you really? You're a
Yeah, I
motherfucker.
have.
Sorry, that was off topic. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
What?
I wasn't a big fan of that game. Just
I
it
don't-
seemed like a decent game. I just
I
didn't
don't like anything
it.
about it. I don't like anything about it. I don't like Hamon. I don't like Mode or Stand for that matter.
Yeah.
Those are all battle styles. Sorry. Whew. What else did you play?
Other than that, I kind of just stuck with what I've been playing. I've been playing, GTA and
Same here.
WWE. And
Did you pick it up,
Castlevania.
Phillip?
No, I've been sticking to what I've been playing, Castlevania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
so you're gonna need to beat that.
I am going to need to beat
Do
it.
we want to talk any more about GTA? I mean, is there anything else to be said, or?
No, I did want to ask you something though.
Yeah. Okay.
About
Hit
it.
me with it.
I've been playing it for a little bit now. I'm to let's see, what's the last mission I did? I pulled the guy's house down the hill.
Yeah.
I did a few other things,
Okay.
little strangers and freaks missions,
Yes.
and I still haven't seen a rainy night.
Really?
Yeah, and I really want to.
Oh, I love a rainy night.
Because I've heard the reflections and graphics, the lighting and stuff are really shown off well.
That's it looks by far the best. I think I talked about it a little bit, but
you did.
the way that the rain is done, like you only really ever see it when when light is reflecting off the rain. Like if you're out in a completely dark environment, you probably won't see the rain because they do an actual, like, it looks like real rain because it's the only reason you'll see it is because light is reflecting off of it and you can see the light reflected in the raindrops, which is really striking. But yeah, the wet cement is like a very good watermark for like the graphical prowess of a new set of consoles.
I agree. That's one of those things I always do in games. Is look at the puddle test.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it looks fucking fantastic when everything gets wet and stuff. So I didn't really see much. The first one, there's a scripted mission, the one with Trevor, where you finally, come into Los Santos proper, where you blow up the trailer park. That is a scripted, like, thunderstorm, lightning, rain mission. So maybe that'll be the first time you see it. I don't know. I know it's a dynamic system, so
one funny thing that happened when I was playing the other day, which I wish I could have recorded, but I don't think I got it. I've noticed on PS4 when it records like some random ass time.
Isn't PS4 always record? Can't you always record or grab the last 15 minutes of gameplay?
Maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But anyway, you're probably right. I probably just am fucking it up somehow.
Yeah.
But I was I was Franklin, and I was doing a mission where you drive to Michael's house. It's when you have to go chase the tennis guy.
Oh, okay,
the boat. Yeah, you're right. It was, I think, the boat. So I'm driving to Michael's house, and you know how it's up the few hills and shit like that?
Yes.
So I'm going up the hills, and I click in both the sticks and go into the slow-mo mode that Franklin has.
The only mode worth using.
Yes, agreed. But I'm like going in between these two cars, and then I like kind of make it out in the open. I'm like, okay, cool. So I click them in, turn it off. I'm not going like super fast or anything like that. But something happened, some glitch or something, where when I went back into real time, I was going like 200 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
Like all of a sudden, I went so fucking fast. And I hit a hill and just went flying like 100 feet forward. And I'm like spinning around and doing flips. And Franklin just goes, "What the fuck?" As I'm doing like 10 flips in the air. And it was really intense. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was terrifying.
Like, one of those like dissonant moments, like
that's awesome.
Like in The Evil Within.
Yes.
What's wrong with you, lady?
Yeah,
anyways,
it was a lot like that.
I just think I don't think it really need to go over much, but that game, it's just so good. Like I was a moment I was playing last night, and I was like, how much have I played? I must have put in like 5 hours into this game already. You know, I'm coming up on the second heist, the boat one. I'm like, I must have at least 5-6 hours in this game. And I look at the game timers. I've got like 6 hours with each character. Yeah, it's like I'm like, how the fuck have I sunk?
in that game.
Yeah, like that's just a testament to how much that game like sucks you in and is so engaging and like enthralling. I've put 16 or 18 hours in and haven't felt a thing. Like
one thing that I noticed about that game, other than that you just kind of lose track of time while you're playing it. Like you can just do like the random missions and the strange.
Fuck! I can just sit on the internet, dude, for like an hour and a half and read shit.
Yeah, I played tennis for like 30 fucking minutes. I seriously played tennis for way too long the other night, and I felt kind of bad about it for playing tennis that long.
Yeah.
In GTA, but
it's all right.
I was playing one mission, and ever since you and I talked about it, I think last week about changing how you told me how to change the views, so that you can have it third person in a car and first person out of a car. So I did that, and that's the way I've been playing. And I had this one experience where it was probably just kind of a mixture of me not having played the game in a while and loving it, and then also a little bit of the switch to first person that made it so cool. But I was playing a mission where it wasn't really a mission. It was just one of the random events, which I'd kind of forgotten about, honestly. Like all the different random events. And I was driving up to, I can't even remember. I was going into the barbershop, and it was being robbed. And the guys, they make you get down on the ground and tell you not to do anything stupid or whatever, and then they just leave in their SUV.
Yeah.
And I decided I'd go chase them down and try and try and catch him. And so I'm chasing them around, and they actually ended up driving kind of over by like where Michael's house is, and those little streets that are kind of narrow, and on either side they have like cement walls.
Yeah, up in the hills.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm driving around, and they're chasing them, and we're shooting at each other, and it's like really intense and exciting, and I really want to catch them. And I think I got like kind of hit from another car, and so I decided, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna get out and try and hit them from the street.
Yeah.
And so I get out, and I'm like shooting at them, and they're trying to, make a quick getaway because I think they got kind of twisted around too in the little crash that we had. And I'm like shooting at them, and they get off in the distance, and I'm like, great, they're gonna fucking get away. And because I didn't have time to get back in a car and straighten it out so I could chase them. And I'm shooting at the car, and I take one last shot, and this is all like in first person, so it's like real visceral and intense. And I take one last shot, and it shows the little X, when you hit something. So it shows that, and I'm like, oh, sweet, I got him. And then I just hear, and I go up, and I had fucking capped the driver of the car somehow. And I threw him out, and there was like a bullet hole in his back or something, so I knew that Anyway, it was just really cool. There's
so much like I was doing one of the rampages with Trevor.
Oh, those are a blast.
Yeah, especially in first person mode, like just gunning down so many people, kind of
Can I ask you something real quick? Do you turn off auto aim when you're in first person now?
No, I actually haven't. I've just been having fun. Like, I don't know if it's because I've beat the game and I don't feel bad because I played the game the first time through. On last-gen consoles with no auto-aim. Mm-hmm. So I've just been kind of rolling with auto-aim, just kind of blasting people away.
I will say that I think you and I had talked about this when we first played the game, that I think the free aim was kind of lacking. And I think that we ended up having more fun when we did have auto-aim on.
Yeah.
But with that said, in first person, I feel like the having auto-aim on is almost a little... At times, it's a little frustrating to me because like it keeps auto aiming onto the same guy for over and over again, and so I turned it off. And I think it works a lot better.
Does it work well enough to play as like a FPS?
I would give it a shot if I were you.
Okay.
I just recently switched it like the last time I played, and I had only gotten to a few shooting situations with that enabled. But I thought it worked a lot better than it does in third person.
Are you looking down the actual sights, or
most of the time but from the hip, I mean, it works pretty well close range. But
interesting. Okay, yeah, I might try that. I might try that. Yeah,
just try it. Maybe it sucks. I thought it was decent. The little bit of experience I had with it.
Anyways, I did one of those rampages with Trevor, and I got into a random car, and I thought I saw something in the passenger seat, so I went into first person mode and looked over, and there was just a dead guy slumped over that I had killed in the passenger seat. I'd just been driving around with him in the car for like 30 minutes with Trevor, and I don't know, it's just...
That's insane.
Yeah,
with Trevor,
It's kind of creepy. Yeah, and then I just kind of didn't care because I felt like Trevor would do that.
He would totally do that.
And he would be having like a conversation with him and asking about his mother and shit, so...
Take him back to his trailer and fuck him.
Yeah. Anyways, that's GTA. That's a fine fucking game. So, that's about it for me, fellas. Philip, you said you've been playing Symphony of the Night. Are you?
I've been playing Symphony of the Night. Yes.
Yeah. How is that going for you? Is that going well? Is that going poorly?
It's going
Do you keep
good.
dying to cannon fodder enemies?
That has happened frequently, but I make progress through the game slowly but surely. I just fought my doppelganger for the second time because at some point in the game you fight, an Alucard clone. And
oh, you mean Dracula?
What?
Oh.
Sorry, what? You broke...
Dracula, Alucard, it's just backwards.
Yeah, right, basically. But
no,
anyway.
It absolutely is.
I know.
Okay.
But basically, first time I fought him, I beat him very easily just by throwing an axe at him. And then I was killed by cannon fodder enemies thereafter without saving. And then I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll just beat this easy ass boss a second time. And then I wind up getting killed 6 times by him. I don't know whether it was like, I don't know whether I was feeling groggy. I just didn't have the energy, but I was getting my ass kicked. And when I finally beat him, there was just like such a sense of achievement.
That backdash, Phillip. Just use that backdash.
Yeah, I know that fucking backdash. You need to make it into a habit.
Have either of you ever played Rogue Legacy?
No, I haven't.
No.
If either of you like Symphony of the Night, and I think you both do, you should play Rogue Legacy. It's the same, how do I describe it? So,
Rogue Legacy.
In a world. So, it plays, I mean, it's a 2D, like, kind of side-scrolling dungeon crawler thing. That plays, but it's incredibly hard. So, every time you die, you will choose your successor, basically your son.
Oh, shit. I'm watching a video right now, and there's a guy fighting a giant eyeball.
Yes, that's the first boss. So it's insanely hard. There's four bosses in the whole game, and basically the main, I think there's 5. There's a final boss after you beat the 4. But the main goal is to defeat all the bosses. But there's no way to possibly do it in your first try. You'll die 30 seconds in, and so then you choose your next successor and carry over the stats, or not the stats and the money from the first guy, so you can like kind of upgrade your dude like that. But each successor has a random set of like abilities. So sometimes you'll get a guy that's really good at making money and a lot of gold will fall, or sometimes you'll get a guy that is like you'll just get these random character traits and abilities with every generation of character. And I've gone through probably 200 legacies and only beaten one boss. And it's a constant oh, I got this far this time with this guy. Let me try this other class. And you're spending your money on unlocking different classes to unlock different legacies with different stuff, and upgrading your magic and unlocking new equipment and buying new equipment. And it's just a fun fucking it's an easy game to just jump into, and then 4 hours are gone. Because it's such a Twitch game. It's like I've died a single room into a dungeon, and then I've died after being in a dungeon for 15 minutes. And man, it's just so much fun. It can't be much right now. I'd highly recommend it if you're enjoying Symphony of the Night, because it plays at a very basic level. It plays a lot like Symphony of the Night in terms of just the core action elements and stuff like that. And
what's great about a game like Symphony of the Night is that there is a linear aspect to it, and I like games that allow the option of exploring. That's there, but at the end of the day, I like to get on with the campaign. But what's awesome about Castlevania Symphony of the Night is that it just drops you off, and you just basically explore the castle, and you'll wind up making progress through the game by accident.
Yeah,
yeah,
you will. It's a hallmark of those Metroidvania games, is that you'll end up just exploring these maps and stumble across things, because you kind of you always get to. There's always that thing in games when you get to a fork in the road, and there's no real sign of which way moves the story along, so you're always nervous that you're going to miss out on those other 2 paths if you pick one. You know what I'm saying?
But you never do. That's the thing that's awesome.
Yeah, you fucking always do for me. I always pick the path that leads to the story beat, and then there's a fucking explosion that blocks off the other 2 paths with rocks or something, and I miss a fucking magic.
But which game in particular? Are you talking about Symphony of the Night in particular?
No, I'm talking about just fucking video games, dude.
Okay.
As a whole. When you just get to a path in a game, and there's a branching path, and down one path could be a fucking heart, and down one I don't know. It's just it's just frustrating. But with those style games, you always get that chance to go back and explore those, because a lot of the times you need to actually progress with the story to to explore more, which is formula stands true to this day. So. It's pretty neat. I'm glad you're liking that. How far are you? Do you know?
No, I'm making a good ways into the Upside Down Castle, dude.
Oh,
I'm more than
fuck,
halfway
dude.
through the game.
Oh man, that's intense. You ever played Lord of the Shadow?
I want to. How is it?
I like it. I think it's a
Good.
solid game that takes a lot of ideas from a lot of different games and implements them to what I feel is a pretty successful package. A lot of people
It
didn't
had a
like
really
it.
sweet ending.
Yeah, I never actually finished it, but I know the ending. It's
Oh man, it had an awesome ending.
it's fucking crazy. It is absolutely batshit insane. So
Heard the second one was not very.
yeah,
good.
they're fucking long.
I've
That's the
seen some
thing.
reviews.
Is that the first one was like 30 hours long. It's a really fucking long game. So it was 2 discs. I never finished it by a long shot. But it was what I played was like the environments were. It was a beautiful looking game, and the environments were all really varied and you know pretty interesting to wander around and find stuff. But it was a good, God of War style. Whoa.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't know what was going on. I thought there was a stampede. It's a good God of War style game, so nothing too egregious.
I always wanted
there.
to play Dracula X.
What?
I always wanted
What's
to play
that?
Dracula X. That's the Castlevania game before Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
Is
but
that a-
I think in
is that
Japan it's just called Dracula X.
Oh, really? Why
Yeah.
did you?
Dracula X.
Yeah. It
Sometimes
has
Japanese
to-
games have weird, like what is The Evil Within in Japan is called Psycho Break or something.
I kind of like Psycho Break better than Evil Within.
Did you ever finish that game, Philip?
I haven't finished it yet. No,
Yeah. Fuck it.
I'm at this part where it's really freaking me out, and I'm kind of low on resources, so I'm stuck.
Good.
I like that first part that it's freaking
Yeah,
you out.
it's
That's
doing
why
its-
I actually quit games like that.
It's doing. Yeah, it's just really. I can't play it without my mom. Anyways, Philip, you wanted to talk about the Star Wars trailer.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
So have we all seen it?
About it.
Have you all seen it?
Yeah, we
I've
fucking
seen
seen
it.
it. That's
Okay,
why I
cool.
brought it up, you bitch.
Sweet. I was just happy to see Millennium Falcon again. I was so happy to see the Millennium Falcon. And here's the thing: I haven't been particularly a big Star Wars fan. I was the biggest. The point in my
Fuck
life where I was the biggest
Fuck you.
fan
Fuck you.
was
Fuck
when I was
you.
a kid.
Fuck you.
And since then, I've been, a pretty moderate fan. But
Okay, Philip, prequels, yay or nay?
Here's the thing: is that there's
Hey,
a lot of good things. about them
Prequels,
that people
yay
overlook.
or nay?
Okay, well, I don't watch them. I guess I'd say nay, but I don't think they're as bad as people say they are.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, anyways, there was a couple things really liked about this trailer.
I've only seen it once, and I feel like I need to watch it another 10 more times to fully grasp it. There's probably like a lot of little odes to things in it
Yeah.
that I didn't catch the first time. But
So I've seen it. I've seen it 3 times, and that's probably not, whatever. But who is it's fucking Star Wars guy, right? What's his name? I can't think of it right now. The director.
George Lucas.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams.
Are you talking about George Lucas, the original director?
No,
or-
I'm talking about the one who's doing these. It's J.J. Abrams,
J.J.
right?
Abrams, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you, Philip? Who are you? The biggest Star Wars fan of us?
I don't know. It depends because I haven't cared about Star Wars for a couple of years.
I feel like no individual one of us is on fire for Star Wars. Am I correct in that assumption?
That's
I'm
true.
a
That's
pretty
true.
decent Star Wars fan.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
say, but
I don't mean to detract from my love. I love, the original 3 films. I have a great amount of reverence
Same
for
here.
them. But I'm not like the kind of guy that oozes over Star Wars. A lot of the,
Same here.
But I
In
do.
order for my enthusiasm to return, I just need to know the movie's going to be good. I need to see a good Star Wars movie, and that'll make me very enthusiastic about Star Wars again. So right now, I am optimistic.
What do you
all I
want-
know is
what do
that
you-
when I watched the trailer, I was giddy and stoked.
Okay, yeah, I felt that way too. Like there was a lot of scenes.
I got a boner.
Ooh, all right.
There's a pretty badass red lightsaber too.
Hey, that was one of the cool, like the fucking
Oh, that
little
was
side
sweet.
like hilt things. That was fucking cool.
And just that scene, that one thing that I thought was really cool is the cinematography.
Yes, for me it felt decidedly different from a Star Wars film.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams can make great cinematography.
And one of the things that it felt more grounded, more human maybe than a Star Wars film has ever felt for me. I don't know if that's...
The acting is going to be way better than
But here's the key difference. Here's the key thing that I think is it felt way different than the Star Trek movies that he also did, which I like. Because I was really worried when he got attached that... Now, I think he's a very capable director, and I thought those movies were pretty good. But you wonder with a guy like him, when he gets to projects that are similar in the fact that they're both a sci-fi, distant future story, is if they will be too similar in his, in the locations they pick and the cinematography and stuff. And they didn't. And from the small trailer, the snippets that they showed, it didn't seem to be, which I like.
Yeah. He's what do you want from a new Star Wars?
First of all, I want to see Luke Skywalker again, but I do want to see a new generation of characters, which is what we're going to get.
Mm-hmm. I just want I want a story that feels like that gives me the same enjoyment and the same sense of fantasy and excitement and wonder that the original trilogy gave me when I watched it when I was younger.
Yeah, so there's a lot.
Could have said it better.
There's a lot of really good things in that trailer, but the one thing that I keep going back to is that it didn't, for me at least, it did not feel like I was watching a trailer for Star Wars, but despite the fact that there was iconic Star Wars stuff in there, such as the Millennium Falcon and X-Wings and stuff like that. And I don't know if that
might be a part to the cinematography.
I think it is due in part, and I don't know if it's also a function of it's been so long since I've taken any Star Wars in that I'm unaware of what that really is. Maybe if I go back and watch, but it felt decidedly maybe more like unfantastical and grounded, and that's the word that, like, grounded in like more of a in less of a fantasy, more of a like a kind of a grittier like.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I don't know if it's a function of the time I've been away from Star Wars or.
Well, it's also a function. I think it's just a function of the fact that it's been, the original trilogy came out 40. How many years ago?
A
long time. I mean, it's a part. I think it's a mixture of all those things. And there were certain little scenes like when whoever, it looked like a female character is like riding like a speeder.
So I did feel like a lot of the like I guess the technology and the machinery that was being showcased felt pretty Star Warsy. That blocky ass speeder she was riding on was very reminiscent of Star Wars stuff and things of that ilk. But I don't know. I did not hate it. I'm not trying to bash it. I just felt like it was maybe not as.
They have a lot left to reveal.
Yes, of course. That being said, it looks awesome. I really like that lightsaber with that lightsaber hilt. That made me.
I'm incredibly excited for it. I'm also excited because earlier this week there was a rumor that because they announced early on that they were not only going to do this movie and continuations of the original trilogy, that they were also going to possibly do spin-off type movies and things like that.
It's going to be sort of a heist film.
Yeah. There was a rumor that there was going to be a sort of heist film that was going to be about a group of bounty hunters that steal the plans for the original Death Star. That originally, I think they eventually get into the hands of Princess Leia in the first movie. But the group of bounty hunters possibly might be a movie that's a Boba Fett solo film.
That'd be fucking cool.
Which would be the dick.
Yeah, it would be the dick. It'd be the dog dick.
Yeah, the dog dick.
Love dog. Oh, never mind. Not gonna finish that. Did you guys know? I was just looking at J.J. Abrams' IMDb. Did you know he's attached to a Portal film in 2016?
Weird. I wonder what that's going to be like.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's his probably his production company or his studio, whatever. I forget what they're called.
He's attached. He's attached. Yeah, he's attached as producer. So
yeah, he does. He produces a lot of cool shit, and on top of what he directs.
That's interesting. Anyways, yeah, that's.
I'm watching it again right now. That scene where he's in the forest and pulls out that red lightsaber.
Scene.
It is a really striking scene.
Yeah.
He
looks really badass. I want to know who that is and what his deal is.
He's looking for Luke. He has to be looking for Luke.
He's looking for some pussy, I think.
Yeah, he is on the prowl. He just took a bunch of fucking
ecstasy.
I was gonna say pre-workout, but
yeah, maybe
both.
Yeah, that would be a horrible
pre-workout and ecstasy. You'd be, oh my god.
God,
I don't even want to think of
that.
Yeah, let's market that.
Yeah, I don't know who our demographic would be.
College
that want to
students, man.
Sexually work out really hard.
College guys.
Yeah, they'd probably be into it.
They'd love it. Anyways, another movie trailer I think we should talk about is probably Jurassic World.
Oh
yes,
dinosaur dick.
Fuck yeah,
dinosaur dicks. Come.
I love the great white shark getting eaten by the giant fucking alligator.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking rad. So there's something that I just want to bring up the fact that I think Chris Pratt would be the greatest Nathan Drake ever.
I know.
Phillip.
Yeah, people want to be Nathan Drake.
There's no one that would be better. No one.
Don't fucking wipe this off your shoulder like I'm a commoner, Phillip.
What?
You've got a real attitude recently, and I'm gonna take you down a couple notches, man.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone needs to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, motherfucker. I'm sorry. No, I just.
Bitch.
Whoa.
The thing I wanted to say about this trailer is, Jurassic Park 3 was kind of a joke. The trailer for this movie.
I just watched it last night.
Well, the trailer for this movie, it's like they are serious. They are making the next Jurassic Park movie, and it's going to be fucking great.
I kind of felt when I was watching the trailer that it felt like in a good way. It felt like kind of a throwback to me. Like
that's what it's going to be.
You know what I mean? It felt like a trailer that could have come out in the 90s. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like shitty special effects and stuff. They were pretty damn good.
Fucking awful.
It looked fun.
I really am curious about how Chris Pratt is going to do in a serious or at least semi-serious role.
Yeah.
Because he's never been in one.
There were some serious parts in
Guardians. I know, yeah, I guess, but I feel like
overall,
as a whole, taken as a entire work, I feel like this is probably going to be. He was still a pretty goofy character and pretty, like witty and stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like, at least from what they've showed,
wasn't he sort of a comedic actor at first, sort of a comedic character?
Yeah, I mean,
he started out in Parks and
Rec and shit, and he's married to Anna Faris, so he comes from.
And watching Parks and Rec, because I've been doing that a lot, it makes it hard to take him seriously.
Yeah, no, he's incredibly good. I mean, he's the epitome of goofy in that show, and then he's like, just seeing him in this Jurassic World trailer, where he's like, I think we've got a highly intelligent animal. I'm like, I don't know if I buy this yet.
Yeah, and I don't mean that like that's not a knock on his acting chops at all. It's because I literally just watched an episode of Parks and Rec like an hour
where he had ink all over his fucking face and was
where she makes the M&Ms with silver ink.
Yeah, and he's like, "Go throw up now," and he's like,
"I didn't."
Then he goes, saying it could be a hybrid.
Yeah,
hybrid what?
Yeah, I don't know. And
that hybrid dinosaur dude, who bets that it's going to be like a Velociraptor T-Rex mix?
That'd be pretty sweet. Just a giant T-Rex with feathers.
Oh, that's fuck!
Isn't that frightening to think about?
Isn't that what they actually look like?
Flying T-Rex.
That's what raptors looked like. Yeah, they had feathers. I have something to bring up. I don't know if you guys have
that shit.
Heard of this. It's from the wrestling world.
Yeah, let me tell
No,
you.
it's not
Let me
Sting.
tell you something about the wrestling world. New Jack is coming back.
Damn it, dude.
Sorry, I
Sting
fucking
back,
had
dude,
to.
right?
Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Survivor Series.
Okay, so there's two things. Yeah, Phil, Sting coming back.
Sting,
That was,
Phillip's been saying that for the past 35 seconds.
yeah, he said it like 6 times. So right after we got off our recording last week, I watched that, and
Yeah.
I got to be honest. Even though I knew at some point Sting was going to show up on WWE TV, I still was. I turned into a little schoolgirl when
Did
he
you get
came.
a pump, man? Did you get a pump? A nice.
I got a
like
pump, man.
Nice,
I got
bro.
a penis pump.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Go back a little bit.
Thanksgiving. What?
Oh, wait.
Sorry, that wasn't what I meant.
Oh, it's okay.
I meant I got pumped. That's what I meant. I got pumped up.
Okay. All right. I was talking about like what you get in the gym when you put your dick in a suction cup.
No, not that kind of pump.
You get those at the gym, though, right?
Yeah. Well,
okay. Like when you're doing curls.
I think you're talking about like a glory hole. That's a little different.
Well,
There's some key differences between that and a gym pump.
whatever.
Anyway.
Go on.
Anyway, so yeah, Sting came back. It was awesome. Him and Triple H.
But he
kinda had
didn't have a
stand-up.
bat.
He didn't have a bat. No, he didn't. But he hit his signature Sting Scorpion Death Drop.
Yeah.
Which is fucking sweet. And it's Triple H. One thing about Triple H, people talk shit about him a lot because he likes to put himself over, or at least people assume he does. I think he did in his later career, but he is so good at selling big moments. He's one of the best at it, and I think a lot of people don't
walk
give
into a ring with
He's a
Undertaker,
consummate professional.
and then look at the WrestleMania
Yes.
logo.
Perfect example, Phil.
How
Yeah.
long has he been wrestling? A
Triple
long
H?
time, yeah, right?
Since the early mid '90s,
Yeah.
mainly mid '90s. Nobody knew him before that, but so that
Oh,
was one of
fuck!
the big things.
Sorry. I'm so.
Why did you go? Oh fuck!
I'm so fucking sorry.
What?
I just saw a Wii U with 3 games for $220.
You did?
Yeah, with Zelda, Mario Brothers U, and Lego Movie
Oh, where?
Fucking violence.
in Springfield.
You're going to meet them?
No, I literally just saw it like on.
Oh, you mean
It was-
you just saw it on
It was
Craigslist?
posted 4 hours ago.
Oh, fuck, dude! I'm gonna look it up too. You're sending him a text right now?
Yeah.
Nice. That's good ass news. Anyway,
Sorry,
other-
that was the loudest I've ever screamed.
it's okay, man.
I was so fucking happy.
It's okay. Wow, there's a few of them on here now.
Yeah.
Shit. There's one in Crestwell that says "need to sell today" for
Yeah,
tonight.
that doesn't come with any games though.
Ew.
Yeah, fuck
that.
that. Who doesn't have a game for their Wii U?
Yeah, what the fuck? That means you stole it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we can all agree
Or the
that
person
that-
on Craigslist. There's been a person on Craigslist for like 3 weeks selling Wii U console only.
I saw it. And he's
Yeah,
just
it's like, what
holding
the
it on a
yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
They
like
just-
on a bed holding just the console.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
It's not his bed. That's the place he broke into.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
steal it.
Yeah. Couldn't
Anyway,
find the
The other piece of info I wanted to bring
Yeah.
up, I don't know if you guys have heard, but CM Punk did a interview on his longtime friend Colt Cabana. He's another wrestler. He has a podcast called Art of Wrestling. And CM Punk went on his podcast and broke his silence for the first time since leaving back last January
Fired on his
about-
wedding day, I understand.
about what happened, the full backstage story, and all this, basically everything that happened around him getting fired. I was wondering if you guys had heard anything about that. It's pretty crazy. I haven't heard the whole interview yet.
read
I've seen
some aspects of it.
I've seen
He
the bullet
wanted to
points.
do all these
so.
sponsors. He wanted to have these sponsors. McMahon said no, we can't do those sponsors. And then Brock Lesnar comes back and he has all these sponsors. And
I think there's a lot more. There's a lot more to it than that. I don't know.
That's just one aspect that I'm pointing
But
out.
it just had to do with him not getting. He talks a lot of. he touches on a lot of things that make the WWE kind of look like shit when it comes to taking care of wrestlers and their well-being. I guess he was working hurt for a long time, and they basically almost kind of force him to come out early when he's not fully healed, and they paint this picture like they really care, and especially ever since the Chris Benoit incident, they make it seem like they care about the wellness and they have concussion tests and all this stuff. But according to him in this interview, it's kind of a lot of bullshit. Wow. And one of their doctor that they have basically on their payroll, he misdiagnosed a like really bad staph infection that CM Punk had like on his back. Mm-hmm. And it was like a MRSA staph infection.
Oh my god, that shit is not good.
Yeah. And the first thing that he did when he quit was went to another doctor, and that doctor said, I can't believe that you've been working with this. You could be dead right now.
Yeah, MRSA is basically a brown recluse bite. Like, it causes necrosis, and it's bad shit. I can't believe that. Wow.
Yeah, he had that, and the doctor basically just said, oh, it's just a fatty deposit, and you're good to go. Keep wrestling. And he went and saw him a few times, and it was just basically this doctor was just giving him like these antibiotics and saying that he's okay to keep working. And anyway, there's just a lot of shit in there that kind of paints the WWE in a really bad light. And I'm curious to see the publicity that this story gets, if it gets any. It's already been picked up by a few. I mean, this was just like a couple days ago.
Is CM Punk out to take the fucking WWE down?
I don't think that he necessarily wants to do that. I think that he just wants the truth to be told, because everybody's been speculating since he left, and a lot of people are really negative towards him without knowing this full story, which is shitty, and I think he kind of gets sick of that. But he comes off, obviously with a big situation like this, he comes off a little bitter, but he self-admittedly is bitter about it. And he basically says at the very beginning of the interview, before it even starts, he's like, people, it's okay to be bitter about something. I mean, that's not my whole makeup. That's not what I'm about, but I'm a little bitter about it, of course, because it was, a shitty situation. But, it's,
he did say, I did read him state that some things changed after he left, a lot of the changes he wanted to occur. However, he feels like those changes occurred after he left only to spite him.
And he said he's okay with that. He said in the interview, he's like, a lot of people, fans on Twitter and stuff said, because he talked about making changes. That was his big thing when he came out in 2011 and cut that infamous promo, the pipe bomb
infamous?
promo. Not the game, no.
Oh.
No, but he cut that promo and he said he was going to bring change to the WWE and stuff, and a lot of people after he left were like, you can't make changes sitting on your couch in Chicago because they're stupid and don't know what's going on. And he's like, yeah, I can, and I did. I mean, me leaving, a lot of opportunities got opened up for other people, and he said they may have done a lot of this stuff to spite him, but that's fine. He doesn't care. He's not there anymore, so they made the changes that he hoped they would make. Whether or not they did that to spite him, it doesn't matter. They still made the changes. They pushed certain people that may not have gotten a chance before, and did things like that. And whether or not he had anything to do with that, it's hard to say. But it's an interesting story, and like that interview. The podcast website has been down every time I've gone on there to look, and it's like the second rated podcast right now on iTunes. And so it's getting a lot of attention, and I'm curious to see if WWE will respond to it or anything like that, or if a major outlet will pick it up. I'm just curious to see where it goes. Well, obviously, I don't think he'll be back anything.
Yeah. Nope.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's...
Part of me hoped that he would come back, but I don't know.
That's crazy. That's super crazy.
Super crazy.
I really liked... I was watching just a couple random clips. Did he always sit down to?
Yeah.
I really like that for some reason. I don't know.
He's just a cool dude.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, should that take us to the Phil fuck you?
Yes.
Yes.
It should. Oh, inquisitive.
Sexual.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. No. Oh. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All
The
right.
question is, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, then I'm going to start the countdown.
Start it.
All right. Fucking Phil, fuck you.
Woo! Oh.
In 3, 2, 1.
River, remember we were at that one guy's house, and I won't make it. I won't state his name. Remember when you and we were at that one guy's house, and we were gonna do that video game website and podcast before all this?
Yes.
Yeah, I won't say his name. You remember that? It just came to me. You remember that one guy who was sitting on his ass playing a fucking ukulele?
Where the fuck is this going?
No. And he was like, that's not metal. That's not metal. This isn't metal. That's not metal. If you care for good songwriting and, good sounding music, you are not metal. He literally fucking said that. And
Sure. Where are you going with this?
I was just gonna say, dude, I think you're talking about punk rock. Okay? What the hell?
Has this been stewing in you? Your vindictive soul has been stirring you for
I should
2 or 3 years.
Dude, I think you're talking about punk rock. It just didn't come to me. The difference between punk and metal is that metal has a sense of depth and intricacy to it. There is a sense of musicianship there. It doesn't have the perfect history. Metal hasn't always had the greatest bands, but punk, I get it. I'm not a big fan of it. There's a certain rawness and ugliness to it, and that's punk. And that would have been more accurate if he was talking about punk rock. But what the fuck? Who the fuck was that guy? Sitting on his ass, playing his fucking ukulele, with a fucking ukulele, saying what was metal. I mean, what the hell? Fuck that guy.
That might be my favorite rant that you've literally ever gone on.
I like it because you lived up to the name the Phil fuck you by
Yeah.
actually saying fuck you to some random guy.
Some guy who literally, I have no clue who you're talking about, in fact.
You don't remember that he was kind of chubby, he had glasses?
Absolutely not.
You don't remember any of the guys that were at that house?
I remember the guy that I initially started it with.
And he was acting like fucking Mark Zuckerberg, like, yeah, we're going to start the next Facebook or some shit, and then the next day, nothing happened.
Yeah, well, that dude was not dependable. So, yes.
Yeah.
That's fine though. Thank you for taking me on that journey, taking the world on that journey. That was a fury of anger and frustration and confusion and revenge.
I gotta be honest, Phil, when you started that rant off, I didn't know where you were going, but the way it ended...
When you started that
with
rant
you.
off, I didn't want you to continue. And at the end, I was so enthralled that
I was hoping that you'd get disconnected.
It worked out, though.
I wish you'd get mad more often, Phil. But not at us.
Me too.
I also wanted to... You know what I also wanted to talk about? And I wanted to talk about violence in video games.
Okay.
And
some heady subjects.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to delve too far into it. You see, here's the thing. One thing I like about Pixel Chicken is we talk about things that make us happy. When we don't talk about any of the bullshit, none of the Gamergate stuff, the Anita Arcasium shit or anything like that.
Sarcasian?
Whatever her name is.
Yeah.
But, the name of that super violent ass game that's coming out that's solely about just killing people.
Hatred?
Yeah, hatred.
Yeah.
That's there are limits. I'm probably not going to play that. But
I'm not going to play it either, but I don't think that it needs to not be made.
Yeah, that's. And
I think in any medium, whether it's games or music or movies or anything, there's always going to be people that create something in that medium literally just for the sake of
exactly.
shocking other people.
And it's a statement.
And that's nothing you can get away from. That's just some people think that's creativity and that's how they show what they that's how they show their creativity or what they think is creativity, and that's whatever. You're never going to get away from that, and like I said, in any medium, either
I'm not even like
pieces.
I'm not even mad at it's like I'm not even mad about that. That's what that group of people for some reason or other wants to make it that time, and they should have the right to make it. I'm not gonna.
Yes,
I'm not going to play it. But
I'm not going to play it. Yeah,
you have a right. It has the right to be out there.
Yeah,
right.
But what?
No, go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything to say at all.
Well, okay. Anyway, I like action and I like violence in video games,
most of all,
comics,
you like
movies.
hentai.
Yep.
But
hentai,
I'm just gonna ignore
gore,
that and just keep talking.
Gore.
I'm just gonna keep talking because I'm not gonna talk about hentai. But look, people fucking punch each other. All right, they do it in MMA. They do it in boxing. Sometimes they do it in high school, and sometimes it's kind of cool. And sometimes it's not. But people like to see ass kicking. They like to see it in their superhero books. They like to see it in their movies. So long as there's a sense of depth and storytelling to go along with it, I think it's perfectly fine. There's certain things I wouldn't let a young kid see.
I think the difference between Hatred and everything else is that there is no conceit in that game. Because in every other game, you're doing the exact same fucking shit that you're doing in that game, and a lot of the times, way more graphic. I mean, that's a fucking dual stick shooter. It's not even the most graphic, portrayal of those kind of heinous acts that I've seen. But the difference is that there's not a conceit in Hatred. You're doing it strictly for that. In other games, you're killing. In Call of Duty, you're killing hundreds of thousands of dudes for the sake of, but the conceit is you're a U.S. soldier, so it's okay. But in Hatred, there is no conceit. You're doing it because this is a morally, this is a guy. This kind of shit happens. It's just, it's a lot of people will say it's glorifying, Columbine and all that kind of shit. And that's the difference is that there's absolutely no conceit to what Hatred is doing. And that's where I think the controversy with people comes in.
The thing is, when in the gaming, I don't know if it's just gaming, but you can't defend gaming and say that it's, whenever there's a controversy, a violence controversy, gaming gets thrown in the mix, and you can't defend gaming and say, that the violence doesn't matter and stuff like that, and then turn around and shit on a game that's literally just violent for the sake of being violent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I think that's kind of hypocritical. Now, with that said, I'm not going to play it, and I've never been a big fan of games or anything that's just controversial and shocking just for the sake of being controversial and shocking.
Yeah.
But for some people, they may enjoy that game, and like you said, I think they have every right to create that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the people who might play it, they might not even be. They're not going to murder. They might not even murder us. They might be okay.
God damn, they might not. Holy shit.
They might not murder us. But they might.
Yeah, there's always a possibility that the people who play Hatred will fucking murder us. Specifically.
Anyway.
That's an eloquent statement, Phillip.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Phillip, the more and more I talk to you, the more I think you're just a fucking modern day philosopher.
Bullshit.
You
Anyway.
have really deep thoughts that are spoken the most cumbersome ways possible. And I love it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just glad to get some laughs out of you guys. I like
you take the cake when it comes to somebody when they start talking about a random subject. I'm like, where the fuck is he going with this?
Yeah.
And then by the end,
turning it all around.
Yeah, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh man, that was great. Is that what you have for us today, Phil?
That's everything I have to talk about.
Hey, that was a good fuck you.
Good.
I really like that.
I like you called that guy out.
Yeah, I'm glad we
know
really
him.
talked about something.
Yeah, he deserved it. Tell him again, Phillip. Tell him what metal is.
Fuck you and your fucking ukulele, asshole.
Yeah, all right. Nice. And with
Well,
that,
listen to your shitty death metal, bitch.
and hate and vitriol. That's what we're all about. And with that, we end this hate-filled episode.
Anyway, wherever you are in your fat ukulele, just hope you're doing okay, but I don't agree.
Phil,
That's all.
Just leave it at hatred.
You can stop.
Try and be nice.
We're gonna leave this world the way we came in, and I want to thank you for listening, Phillip, Striker. Thank you, as always. Go follow our Twitter at @pixel_chicken. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/pixelchicken. And now we will exit the way we came in. Red dead. Red dead. Red dead. Red dead. Red dead. Red dead. Red dead.